Patrick, 4:31 on Daybreak, and as we come on the air this morning, Democrat State Senator Tim Kennedy is now Congressman-elect Tim Kennedy. With nearly all of the votes counted, Kennedy won the 26th District special election by a landslide over Republican West Seneca Supervisor Gary Dixon. On your side is your election headquarters for Decision 2024, and we have team coverage this morning on the candidates' reactions to that election. We begin with our Nate Benson, who spoke with Tim Kennedy last night. Nate?
Hey there, good morning. It was quite the celebration at the Pierce Arrow Museum Tuesday night as Senator Kennedy becomes Congressman-elect Kennedy. The Associated Press called the race just 17 minutes after the polls closed at 9 p.m. Tuesday night. Remember, this special election happened because former Congressman Brian Higgins resigned on February 2nd, and that opened up the door for Kennedy to run, and now he's heading to Washington. During his victory speech, Kennedy thanked his opponent, West Seneca Town Supervisor Gary Dixon, and pledged that he would do whatever he could to help him and his community while in Congress. Kennedy recalled growing up during a time when people were leaving Western New York and how that drove him to begin volunteering and his political career. He went on to talk about fighting for issues like the Affordable Care Act, women's reproductive rights, combating gun violence, and even called for an assault weapons ban. After his speech, I asked the congressman about a divided Washington and how he plans to bring it together. Take a listen. Brian Higgins said he left Congress because of his growing impatience with the growing dysfunction in Washington. Are you concerned about seemingly growing dysfunction in Washington at this time?
Yeah, I think everybody's concerned about the dysfunction in Washington, and that's why I'm going there. We're going there to fix it, to change it, to make a difference, and to make sure that our government down in Washington is reflective of the people of this great country. The people of this country deserve better than what the MAGA Republican extreme leadership in Congress is delivering for it today.
I also asked the congressman if he would try to get himself on the Transportation Committee since he was the chairman in the state Senate. He said that would be a natural fit. Now, Kennedy said he would likely be sworn in within the next 2 weeks. That certainly gives him enough time to start staffing up for his office in Washington. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.
All right, thank you, Nate. And to your sides, Andy Payton also heard from losing candidate Gary Dixon last night on his choice to concede early in the evening.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It was a short night here in West Seneca for Gary Dixon, who took the podium and conceded this race within about an hour of the polls closing, and the West Seneca supervisor still striking a note of accomplishment in his speech, despite it taking just about 17 minutes from the time the polls closed for the Associated Press to call this race. Now, after addressing his supporters, I had the chance to speak with Dixon and ask him what it was that he thought ultimately led voters to choose Kennedy. Take a listen to this.
Well, I think it's several factors. It was very short, so not a lot of time to get the name recognition and the message out. And then there's a bit of a disparity in resources, which goes to that also. But I mean, I think certainly the time period played a factor.
Yeah, and as you just heard there, the West Seneca supervisor really pointing to that almost 4-month gap where he had to play catch up between the time Kennedy entered this race and when he received the GOP endorsement. Now, as far as where it goes from here for Dixon, GOP Chairman Michael Crocker shared with us this evening that Anthony Marecki is their candidate for this race in November, but did share with us that he feels that Dixon's best days are ahead of him here in Western New York, guys. So we'll have to stay tuned and see what exactly that can mean later down the road for him. But for now, on your side here in West Seneca, Andy Payton, Channel 2 News.
All right, Andy, thank you.